Good morning. I'm in Castelnaudary. Today I'm going to go for a bike ride to Carcassonne. I wanted to be out earlier, but it's been raining all morning. I didn't even bother looking at the forecast. It's been so nice recently. It's a bit of an out and back ride just along a canal, the Canal du Midi. So I think I'll take my time getting out and then cane it all the way back before it gets dark. That's the plan. So we're out. Castelnaudary. Some sort of harbour. And the start of this ride is 26 miles to Carcassonne and then 26 miles back. But it's reasonably flat. So even though I'm out late, I should have plenty of time. So we're following the Canal du Midi, which is 150 miles long in the south of France, and is considered one of the greatest engineering works of the 17th century. Pretty impressive. Seems to be a lot of locks, like every quarter of a mile, and each one has one of these houses next to it, which I guess would have been like the lock master, lock superintendent, I don't know. But they look so, I don't know, like people should be living in them. I mean, what a spot. Can you imagine living here? I'm going to stop. I'm going to have an apple. Have you no shame? I know what you're doing, and you're not going to do it all over my helmet. Sorry, bud. I'm guessing the front one is the male one, because he's just not interested now. He's just looking up the football results or something. Men. Some serious wind today. I'm hoping it dies off. So I'd like to get the drone up in Carcassonne, but I don't think it's very likely. This place is very cool. It's a medieval citadel, and within its walls you've got all these little shops and streets and everything. Fascinating little place. It was originally built in the Gallo-Roman period, which was when the Romans ruled here, as I've just discovered. And it was restored in the mid 1800s. But just such a cool place. Lemon crepes, lovely. So that's that really. It's a decent ride, I enjoyed it. Just gonna go back the same way. So I'm not gonna film that. I'd visit this place if you're in France. I'd say it's a must see. Amazing. Made it back. It was 55 miles. Very flat, very easy riding. Enjoyed that. And now I think I might try and find a shop. I don't think I will, because it's probably too late. I've got enough stuff in the van anyway. Success. Tomatoes, chocolate, nuts, apples, balanced diet and coffee. So that's it. I'm shattered. I'm going to be having an early night. Tomorrow I think I'm going to Minerve Looks like a really interesting little place. A medieval town. At the moment, that's tomorrow. We'll see in the morning though. So it's a bit of a cloudy, dull day this morning, but I'm off to Minerve. I know there's a nice park up there. The plan from there is vague. I don't know. So it's the first views of the Pyrenees. You can see snow on the top of the mountains. It looks incredible. I just put the drone up, but it's so windy. It immediately begged for me to bring it back. So just quickly looked it up. The Pyrenees is a mountain range. It's 430 kilometers long, and it straddles the border of France and Spain. And it was formed after the collision of the tiny Iberian and the Eurasian plate. So there's fact of the day. I hope you remember all these facts, because at the end of this video series there's going to be a quiz. Parked up here in Minerve. I think the first thing to do is have some lunch. I'm starving, and then work out what I'm going to do. I have options, so I decided to come out for a little walk. Looks like a nice place. I'm going to check out the town. I am something with temperatures complex. I can get you drunk. If I can get a local bottle of wine when I come back through the town, I might, because we have to support the local economy. It's very important. Wow. So cool. Kind of glad it doesn't go any further, because I was definitely going to keep going. Minerve is a beautiful place. What an epic walk. Honestly, just so much to see. So many interesting sights. So much. So I'm distracted. Look. Although that's a dead end. Yeah, the landscape is just so amazing. I love Minerve. I mean, I'm off tomorrow, but you could easily spend 2 or 3 days here. Now for the steep, sharp climb back into the village. Back at the van, what an epic walk. Really, really nice. Not very long, 6 miles, something like that. But yeah, very good. Good morning. The heating is on. It's freezing. I don't know what the temperature is. It's freezing. I'm close to the Pyrenees and I'm going to a place called Montsegur today, I think. I don't know whether I'm doing a bike ride or a hike or I'm not sure. So this is Chateau de Montsegur. I don't know if you can see it up there. It was a Stone Age site as well. Before, in 1204, one of the lords of Montsegur decided to rebuild the ruins of what was already there. And then it became a centre for Cathar activities. And now I'm going to look up what Cathar activities are. Time for a quick break. That is a steep climb, but it's very, very beautiful. So Catharism, between the 12th and 14th century, it was very popular around this region, the south of France and northern Italy. And they believed there were two gods. There was a good god and an evil god. The good god created the spirits, the heavenly realms, and the evil god created the earth and physical beings. Humans were angels trapped in the bodies of humans, and the only way for them not to suffer an endless cycle of reincarnation, there was a special baptism that had to be performed at the point of death, and then they could be freed and go back to the good god's spirit realm. It was denounced as heretical by the Catholic Church, as you'd expect. So in 1243, this was the stronghold of the Cathars, and the Third Albigensian Crusade. They besieged the castle. They were unsuccessful because, I mean, it looks like it's impregnable, doesn't it? But a group of soldiers managed to take one of the towers and they used catapults. And then the Cathars surrendered in 1244. Any of the Cathars, upon surrender, who didn't renounce their faith, were burned in this field, and that was regardless of their age, sex. So it kind of reinforced their view that the physical realm was that of an evil god. I love stuff like this, I have to say. This is exactly what I'm looking for on this trip. Just learn a little bit about history. Don't go too deep into it all. Like I said the other day, you just end up forgetting it. And maybe I'll remember who the Cathars were, and I might even remember where their stronghold was. I probably won't forget the climb up it, that's for sure. So I'm there on this walk. There's another 5 miles or so to go with a decent climb. I'm gonna do it. That's why I'm here. So one final fact about the chateau. During the siege, some Cathars were rumoured to have escaped with some secret treasure. And in 1906, a guy called Josephine Aladdin proposed it was the Holy Grail. And that has spawned a lot of folklore about this area. I doubt it's true, but I'm going to look out for it anyway because they might have dropped it. If I do find it though, it won't be in this video. I'll make a special video about that because it'll probably get quite a few views. It's a cup, isn't it, I think? A wooden cup. I don't know why it's called a grail. We don't use that word today. We should. Maybe we should. Have a nice grail of tea. I might start using it. Right, up we go. My heart rate's at 149. I'm actually having to stop to let it go down. I don't know what my maximum is. I think about 160. But if I have a heart attack up here, nobody would find me. Although, judging by how steep it is, I'd probably roll back down to the bottom anyway. So I'll just carry on. Nothing to worry about. I had to do it. The first snow. I'm still going up. Wow. See if that's the peak. Windy up here. I'm at the summit. Roc de la Gorga, 1,618 meters. Absolutely stunning. Fantastic. I just put the drone up, it nearly blew away. I'm lucky to get it back. I can't believe it's lasted as long as it has. I've nearly lost it so many times. I'm going to have some celebratory chocolate. I've still got about 5 miles to go. It's 3:15, so plenty of time. I don't want to be up here when it gets dark though, so I'm going to stop messing about and get moving. What a view back there. I mean, the GoPro won't do it justice. Hopefully the drone did when I put that up. I'm looking forward to getting back to the van. I've got beef bourguignon, a bottle of red, and that sounds very good right now. Another day, and I am the only person in France. I'm glad to be back at the van. That was a big descent. Look at this place where I am. So nice and quiet. Looks alright. Let's try it. Really not bad. This is a brilliant spot. Look at that. Don't worry about that. I'm going to have a glass with this. 1, 2, 2 glasses. Also, I'm buying ones that I've been to. I was in Cathars, wasn't I? So this is a 2021 reserve. See what it's like. Very fruity. It's just cool, I think, to be drinking wine local to where you are. So that was good. Very nice. I'm going to get another one of them, and I'm probably going to get an early night. I don't know what's happening tomorrow. I think it's Andorra, but we'll see. I want to spend time in the Pyrenees, but I could do it on the way back. If it's going to be wet and cold and wintry in the Pyrenees over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to go further south until I get some sun, and then I can hit the Pyrenees on the way back and do it then. Decision made, real time. I shall see you tomorrow. winter tyre zone. Good job that's what I've got. I think it's a legal requirement. It's been hard going this morning. Twisty turny roads, a little bit stressful. Some of those little tunnels are very, very tight. I was touch and go. I was going to make it through. Bonjour. Perfect timing. Got pizza, pan of raisin, and a pan something else I've never heard of. But I'm sure it's going to be delicious. So decided to take a little detour through this town called Livia. It's unusual and interesting because it's a Spanish town completely surrounded by French territory. It came about after a war in the early 1600s, a 30 years war between France and Spain, and there was an agreement that was drawn up that along the border here on the Pyrenees, all of these villages in this area would be ceded to the French. And that was all done, dusted, everyone was happy. And then after the event, the Spanish said, well, actually, Livia isn't a village, it's a town. So we want that back. That's now Spain. So obviously the French weren't happy. But it's remained that way till today. I am in La Seu d'Urgell. It's about 20 kilometres south of the centre of Andorra. I just couldn't really drive anymore. I'm just so tired. So I thought I'd stop and have a lie down. But I'm just so tired. And this place I found has a little town next to it. Because it's early. It's only 4 o'clock. And I figured if I get bored later, I can go and have a look around the town, and the sun's supposed to come out, so that was my logic, and I think it was good logic. And then later I'm going to figure out what to do. But for now, I'm just going to crash. I think it was just that drive. It's hard work. It was very twisty-turny all day, and it was a good few hours. Yeah, and I think it just wore me out. But there we go. This is life.